YouTubers, gamers, and moviegoers, what's going on, guys? I'm Messiah, this is Messiah Entertainment, and today we are doing something a little bit different. Mostly, y'all who know me, I stick to movies on this channel, and I sometimes dabble into TV shows and video games. Today we're switching it up completely. Today we're reviewing a music video, and screw it, it's called Messiah Entertainment. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can do video games, movies, TV shows, whatever. It's entertainment, anything entertainment-wise. Today we are reviewing XXXtentacion's Look At Me video. Although it's really the Riot video, I feel like the Look At Me part was just kind of there to grab your attention. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. For those of y'all that don't know XXXtentacion, he's a newer rapper, a SoundCloud rapper. It's where he got most of his buzz. His biggest hit is Look At Me, which was this is the video for. When I first heard XXXtentacion, I gotta admit I wasn't the biggest fan. I heard the music and I heard that hit and I was like, I don't know exactly what the hell's going on, and you know, he's just screaming. The sound is actually distorted. Even if you have your headphones at normal level, it's just all distorted. I was like, I'm not feeling this at all. Then my friend showed me a few of his other songs that weren't necessarily, you know, all crazy and screaming into the mic like that. It was actually kind of mellow and smoother, and I was like, oh wow, this guy kind of has different sides about him. Then I heard his album that recently came out, 17, and I was like, wow, bravo. It didn't have any screaming on it at all. You know, there was a deeper meaning behind most of the songs. You know, I felt, I was really feeling that album. It was pretty fire. Now, I'd seen this music video had come out a little bit ago, but you know, I thought the Look At Me video, it's gonna be a turn up video, you know what I mean? So I wasn't even like really that tuned into it. And then I saw there was a bunch of controversy surrounding it, and that it wasn't just the music video for Look At Me, it was actually the music video for part of Look At Me and mostly his other song called Riot, which is a really good song. So I went over and checked it out, and I gotta say, I liked it. Now the video starts off on kind of this silly, funny, kind of going crazy sort of note. It starts off in this classroom, and you know, there's a bunch of dick jokes going all over the place and dildo jokes, and it's like, okay, you know, once I saw that, I was like, is gonna be that kind of video? We're gonna have to watch. And then I think a few minutes into, maybe like a minute or so into the video, boom, it cuts to the other song. And the whole cinematography of it changes, the whole design of it, the look, the color palette, everything changed about it. And I was like, let's go. You know, the first half seemed like an old school Eminem or a Lil Yachty or a Soulja Boy kind of mashup video or something like that, where they, you know, I just wasn't feeling. I was like, this is, you know, it seemed like it was gonna, you know, try to take something serious and make it silly and goofy, and I was like, man. But no, the video actually switched up gears and it got very, very serious. It starts off by showing the murders. Well, no, actually, it starts off with X and two other black guys being hung in a tree. Then it cuts to reenactments of, and some stock footage of the murder of Emmett Till, and then the murder of Philando Castiel, and then the woman who got ran over by a car in Charlottesville not too long ago. And he's essentially rapping from the noose. It's actually a really interesting visual, albeit the entire time in the video, there's this guy standing next to these two kids, one black kid, one white kid, and they keep on popping up throughout the video, and you're not really sure why they're there until the end. The guy leads these two kids into this like sort of auditorium, they're up on stage, and they walk over next to a noose. Then XXXtentacion comes out, and he looks at both of the kids, and he ends up putting the noose around the neck of the white kid, and then he proceeds to hang the white kid in front of an audience of people watching. Yeah, that's why it's kind of controversial. Now on the surface level, I could kind of see why this is a little controversial. I mean, there's a music video about this guy who's typically seen as a bit of a crazy guy, who's actually, he's going through some court troubles right now, but he's hanging a little white kid in a song about a bunch of racist acts that happened before it. It's easy how you might just run into this video thinking that, yeah, this guy's racist or something like that. But I really don't think that's the case. I think some people are really just missing the point, especially because particularly right after that part in the video, he does this more like spoken word sort of thing where he just kind of almost reads like an essay of some sort where he kind of explains where he was coming from. I had personally seen his explanations for the video on Instagram and why it's not exactly what people think, and I gotta say, upon the first time watching that, I kind of got the same sort of vibe. I never got the idea, especially because he explained it 5 seconds afterwards. I never got the feeling that, you know, this was like a revenge fantasy for black people just murdering white kids. I never saw it like that. I feel like it was more about the fact that no matter who it was, was the act of doing this was still wrong. I actually heard he shot an alternate ending in which the black kid got hung, but he just felt like the reversal of that role, you know, it spoke more to what he was trying to say, and I understand that. In the first half of that part of the video, you see a bunch of cruel acts, you know, done to black people, and then this other one is done almost as a counter to that. But you as the audience member is supposed to reflect, I feel like reflexively just kind of say, no, it doesn't matter what we just saw 5 seconds ago. This is still wrong, and what he's doing is still wrong. It doesn't matter. And he makes it very clear, both I think right afterwards and on the explanations he put up online later on, that that was the point. You know, you weren't supposed to agree with him. You weren't supposed to be sitting there clapping as he hung the little boy. It doesn't matter if the kid's black or white. The whole point is that you know, he hung a little kid. Now, I personally think it would have made more sense. You know, I won't say it would have made more sense, but it may have gotten the point across that it didn't matter what color the kids were. The fact that they were kids was bad if they had hung both of the kids, but I don't think that would have played into the narrative. You know, it's supposed to show like violence done in, you know, response to the other violence, the real life violence that we had seen in the beginning of the video. It wasn't justified. The end didn't justify what happened beforehand, and beforehand didn't justify what happened at the end. And I feel like that kind of came across pretty well. Some people online were saying that this was like anti-white people. I didn't feel like it was anti-white people. I felt like this is, he even says it in the video afterwards. It's not anti-white people. It's not Black Lives Matter. It's not anti-white people. It's just all lives matter. You know, those kids, none of those kids, both the white and the black kid, didn't deserve to die. Neither did any of those people preceding that. You know, and that was the point. That none of those people, anybody who died in the video, did not deserve what had happened to them. And the fact that you were kind of unsettled by the ending, no matter what kind of race you were, the fact that it was kind of unsettling to watch, you know, him hang a kid, is the point. You know, black or white, it should have been a little bit unsettling to you that he was hanging a little kid. You know, you should have kind of, you know, kind of gotten mad at him a little bit, but then said, oh, maybe that was the point. He was trying to make a point. Yeah, I guess it seems a little bit abstract. I'm not the biggest fan of abstract things myself. I like it when things just tell me the storyline flat out. Listen, Kylo Ren wants to kill Finn and Rey for some reason, yada yada this. You don't have to tell us the whole storyline right now, but just tell us the storyline. Don't leave it up to, you know, interpretation. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't like it when it's way too abstract, where it's just anything you imprint with your mind is what it is, you know. But I think this one had enough wiggle room that I was able to say I can make out a particular storyline, yet I could also add a little bit of what I was thinking myself. Overall, yeah, I think some parts of it were done for shock value. Like, I mean, even the beginning of the video was done for, I feel like, shock value. There's some meaning that you could find in it that he even says, but honestly, it was done for shock value. None of that was really necessary. You could have started it from the Riot section. However, you know, if you start off with the look at me stuff, that's his biggest hit. You know, once people see, oh, it's the look at me video, they're gonna jump on, and then they're gonna watch that, and then when it switches up, they're gonna say, huh, what the hell is this? And then get encountered with that other half. You know, so I'm not faulting him for it. It was actually kind of a smart idea. But overall, I liked it. You know, I thought it was controversial, yeah, but, you know, I think it made a valid point. Like I said before, I wasn't always the biggest XXXtentacion fan, you know, but I found over time, you know, he kind of grew on me. He's a little bit deeper than I thought he was, and he continues to prove that with this song and this video. You know what I mean? So I gotta admit, I was kind of impressed with this video. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys got your own. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of XXXtentacion's latest video? Look at me. Did you love it? Did you hate it? As always, guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, guys. Please check me out on my other channel, Directors JXM. We got cool sketch and short films for you guys, including To Kill a Hero short web series that I did not too long ago. Be sure to check that out. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I'm the Messiah. This is Messiah Entertainment. I will see you guys next time. Peace.